Salvete omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Mega Man 2. It's been a bit of a while since we've seen this game, hasn't it? Well, that would be because, for one thing, I had to switch emulators, because the one I was previously using suddenly started refusing to become unminimized, for whatever reason, and then my headphones broke, which was problematic both for recording and editing videos, which also explains why you haven't seen Donkey Kong Country Returns in a bit either. But I think we are back up and running now, so if you notice any significant periods of hiatus at this point, it's probably either because I felt like being a lazy bum, or because Trails in the Sky SC comes out 5 days from now. The point is, last time, we beat Airman Stage and Heatman's, so let's tackle some more Robot Masters this time. Starting with Woodmen. He's the king of the robots made out of trees. Also, of course, Woodman stages in a forest, and these trees actually look pretty decent for being this early in the series. I mean, they're not on the level of the graphics of, say, Mega Man 5 or 6, but yeah, I know it's an NES game. I mean, I shouldn't be concerned with graphics in the first place, but especially not in an 8-bit game, but I don't know, I can appreciate things like that, and actually there are still some modern games that actually manage to have, well, indie games anyway, that actually manage to have graphics worse than most of the games I've seen on the NES. Undertale, that. Anyway, the point is, Woodman stage is in a forest, and we have a lot of bats to deal with, and since we're playing on difficult mode, they take 2 shots to destroy. We also have these jumping purple robotic bunnies. They're cute, but they're surprisingly durable for being bunnies. They're very easy to scroll back onto the screen if you back up, where there is one, and they shoot carrot missiles at you. The carrots actually don't do too much damage, but you still don't want to get hit by them. Just ignore that bat. And now we are down inside the tree. Or something. I guess this would be sort of like the part in Super Mario Bros. 2 where you go in the tree. Stage 5-3 it would have been. But now we're moving on to the stage's sub-boss, well, one of them anyway. I think these guys are called hot dogs, and there are actually 3 of them in this stage. This first one gives you the most room to deal with, but it's always a problem when he breathes a long stream of fire like that. Yeah, they're fire-breathing dogs, hot dogs, hardy har. And this one's in a slightly more cramped space. Yeah, each one of these guys is more difficult to deal with than the previous one was. And like I said, sometimes they cooperate and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just choose to breathe a really long stream of fire. And I think if you feel like, if you have the patience for it, you can actually jump off that platform and shoot the dog that way, but I really don't have the patience for it, so you just have to be careful here, because this guy gives you the least room to work with any of them, and if he decides to breathe a long stream of fire, I'll probably just have to take it, but fortunately he cooperated. And I believe this is actually the checkpoint of the stage. Well, the first one, the second one, of course, being in the boss corridor, and more bats. Well, whatever else this stage has, it doesn't really have much enemy variety, for the most part. I mean, I guess it's better than Heatman's stage in that regard, at least. And hey, now we get to be out of the tree for a bit. Climb up, and monkeys! Another monkey. This is the only time in the game you'll see those monkeys, and oh, who brought back the birds? More birds. Who's been populating the 1-1 bird tokens? Oh crap. Okay, enough with the birds and enough with the monkeys. Like I said, that's the only area in the stage that has either the birds or the monkeys, and that's the only place in the game that those monkey enemies actually show up, so kind of a pity, really. They did get a little bit more screen time in the Wily Wars. Also, this bunny is kind of annoying, and I generally find it best to just not even bother to fight him. Jump over him, then there's this bunny. This guy you might want to fight, but don't crash into his carrot missiles like I did. But yeah, like I said, the carrots only seem to do about 2 HP worth of damage. But now we're on to the final stretch of this stage, where we have one last enemy to deal with, and it's chickens. I got hit by the chicken. These guys are generally pretty easy to avoid because they'll jump over you if you back up enough. I think there are specific parts where there are spots where they jump. The point is, now it's time to fight Woodmen, and I don't like this boss. Especially on difficult mode. He's one of those bosses that gets pretty much exponentially harder on the harder difficulty setting because, well, for one thing, okay, I guess we can't really see why he's so much harder on difficult yet, but he has that leaf shield that protects him from pretty much all damage. He has those falling leaves that are annoyingly difficult to dodge, and he's surprisingly durable for supposedly being made out of wood. Well, at least the leaves are easier to dodge on the right side, but that's why he's hard so much crap. Yes, that is why he's so much crap. He really is so much crap. But that's why he's so much harder on difficult mode, because since he only takes half as much damage from the Buster, you can't defeat him before he gets to the left side of the screen, so you have to worry about dodging under him. I'm so bad at dodging those leaves. It's not even funny. Well, I almost got it that time. Also, I think if you stand close enough to him, you can actually shoot through his shield, or if you have certain special weapons. Ow. Well, I failed at dodging under him. At least these leaves are a heck of a lot easier to avoid on the right side, because all you really have to do is not jump in time to clear the leaf shield and die. Woodman! I actually do have this guy's weakness if I wanted to use it. He's weak to Heatman's weapon, but he actually takes damage from, like, 3 other special weapons. Or takes extra damage, I mean. What, did the audio just skip there? Okay, and jump, and invincibility frame tank! Like I said, though, the way the leaves come down, on the right side, you can actually just stand here and they won't hurt you. Then you just have to worry about the stupid shield that he throws. Okay, Woodman's down, so I guess that wasn't as much of a problem as I remember it being, but still, I don't like fighting Woodman. He's kind of annoying without his weakness weapon. But whatever, the important part, I say important relatively speaking, is that now, W, we have the leaf shield. This is the first of the shield weapons in the Mega Man series, and it kinda sucks. Except for very specific occasions. Password is the same as before, except that the dot at B5 has moved to D3. Pow 1-2! So, that's 3 bosses down, and we have time for a 4th, don't we? Let's go after Quickman. Actually, I think I have only 1 life left, so I should probably just kill myself, because this is not a stage where you want to get stuck with 0 extra lives. Okay, those things kill you annoyingly slow. So jump into the laser beam. Game over. So yeah, let's restart this one with a fresh set of lives. And that one up there you can get with either item 1 or 3. I don't have item 3 because you need to have defeated Flashman for that. I'm also... okay, I actually got around that one. I tend to rush those things there, which results in me getting hit by them. But Quickman's stage is infamous, and this right here is why. These laser beam-like things will insta-kill you. And probably should have gone to the right there, but then I would have been under more danger from the laser beam. And suddenly darkness, which is actually spoilers for the next section of the stage. Yeah, that first section of laser beams, pretty easy to get past, but there is a second section. But we'll worry about that when we come to it. For now, suddenly the stage gets dark until these guys show up on screen and light things up. And for whatever reason, these guys are in Quickman's stage instead of the actual fire-themed stage. I don't know what the logic behind that was, but whatever. Stage lights back up again, and this part of the stage right here is probably why, or at least the reason why this stage is so infamous, so forgive me if I go a bit silent for a bit because I really need to concentrate. Alright, we're clear. We're not out of the woods yet, and I'm not just saying that because we just defeated beat Woodmen's stage. But yeah, now we have these jerks to deal with. They are annoying because their mech armor takes a lot of hits to destroy, and they shoot at you, and yeah, they're all kinds of fun. I shall destroy your little robot suit. Oh, rolled another one back onto the screen, which is another problem in this section. Actually, why am I calling the robot suits little? That's like one of the biggest sprites in the game. The important part is, those things do a lot of contact damage, but who cares because we are into the boss corridor, and it's time to fight Quickman. Yeah, Quickman is one of the most infamous bosses in Mega Man history, and you'll see why in a bit. If you've watched Hoodwinked, you might remember that scene where they give coffee to the squirrel. Well, Quickman is basically like that if the coffee also had cocaine dissolved in it. He is completely random in what he does. He jumps around crazily, he shoots boomerangs at you, and he seems to actually throw more boomerangs on difficult mode too. Yeah, oh wow, I actually got him pretty close that time. Only I'd come in with full health. Yeah, I hate Quickman. I think pretty much everyone hates Quickman. Seriously, is there anyone who actually finds fighting this guy fun? Also, it doesn't help that he's entirely a reflex-based battle, basically. And if you know anything about my gameplay style, you'll know how bad my reflexes are, and how much I suck at anything reflex-based. Well, that lasted long. I hate Quickman so much. If there's one boss that I would be tempted to use his weakness on, and I don't even have his weakness at this point in the game, he's weak to Flashman's weapon, and obviously I haven't defeated Flashman yet. The only mercy you're given is he is one of the bosses who takes extra damage from the Buster. Whoa! So, you only need to shoot him 14 times on difficult mode to defeat him, and only 7 on normal. Personal space, buddy. Or you could just trample me, that works too. If you have to get hit by something, get hit by his boomerangs because they don't hurt as much as direct contact with Quickman does. And he goes for the lunge this time. Yeah, Quickman's all kinds of fun. Well, at least it was the boomerangs and not the robot. Honestly, I feel like the thing to do with Quickman is to... Oh, we only had 4 HP left. Hit points, whatever. I feel like is this my last life? Yes, it is. I do have 1 E-Tank, and I'm actually surprised that was the first one we got, but I don't really want to use it. I feel like it would be kind of cheap. Then again, Quickman's kind of cheap, so... I was gonna say, I feel like the thing to do with this guy would be to take advantage of those platforms in the middle of the room, and try to stay on approximately the same level as him, but behind one of the platforms. Yes, yes. Oh, jeez, I beat him! Yeah, I knew I could defeat Quickman on difficult mode without using his weakness. I did it before. I think I did it in one of my test runs. Thank goodness that's over. Okay, Q. Get equipped with... Quick Boomerang, and that's also hyphenated for whatever reason. Yes, we will have our password. Thank you. A2, B3, B5, C4, D4, E2, E3, E4, E5. Back 1, 2. You know, another annoying thing about Quickman is, you know how I said his weakness is Flashman's weapon? Well, Flashman gives you the Time Stopper, which does exactly what you'd expect it to, and the thing about the Time Stopper is you can also use it to get past the death lasers more easily. The problem with that is, it drains the entire meter at once, so then you can't use it against the boss, so you have to choose whether to use it on the stage or the boss. To which I say, use it on the boss. Definitely use it on the boss if you're going to use the Time Stopper, because the stage, it's pattern-based. It follows, the lasers go in the same patterns every time. It's learnable. As you can see, I got through the stage itself pretty easily. The boss is just a complete randomness fest. So, if you're not going Buster only in the game, I would honestly just recommend beating Flashman first, and taking off a lot of Quickman's health with that, because dear lord, he's annoying. But that's 4 of the Robot Master stages down, and I think we pretty much have all the irritating Robot Master stages out of the way. So next time we will have things a bit easier. I don't think there are any more bosses as annoying as either Woodman or Quickman, so we can rest easy there. I will see you in the next episode.